hey, friends, forgive me for being 3 minutes late. Wednesday, 31st of July, I understand. That's what my production notes tell me. And I'm somewhere in the hinterlands of Middle England, having just finished my United Kingdom and Ireland tour. So, to those of you who don't know, this remarkable woman is an acclaimed past life regression therapist and intuitive healer, and her work focuses on uncovering hidden truths from our past lives to facilitate healing and spiritual growth in the present. And Andrea has been featured on numerous media platforms in the mainstream, it has to be said, for her expertise in connecting with soul memories. And I was very happy that I bumped into you in Glastonbury, a couple of honor today. Somebody who I met for the first time in Ireland at the epicenter of the planetary heart. What a magnificent space and quanta to first connect with a precious soul. And there she was, the druidess, the shaman, the beautiful creature that is Mary Costello. Mary, I'm very happy to have you on Lazarus today. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you. That was quite an introduction. I'm here anyway, thank you.
Focused on the restoration of the planetary eternal womb of creation. And as a channel of the first eye of Mother, she works to weave and restore the first tapestry of divine humanity. And through her deep connection with cosmic frequencies, she aims to realign. I'll say no, she doesn't aim to. She does realign and heal our world by anchoring the energy of the cosmic mother. And again, what an extraordinary and blessed space it was to meet her at the epicenter of the planetary heart, in that sense, which is the hill of Tara and the stone of Tara. And finally, on this panel, I want to bring bestie Dave Emery. Dave, thank you for joining us today.
I'm delighted to be here. Thank you, and for being present with such illustrious company. I can learn such a lot here. Thank you.
Well, you see, you've been reduced, Dave, to simply in the production footnotes. Dave Emery is our resident archaeocosmologist and cosmic commentator. There you go.
Okay, it's nice to know where I stand anyway.
Very good. And David, you're our frequency guru. That's what you've been reduced to, a frequency guru. Does that suit?
The Secret Life of Mother Mary Magdalene Revealed.
Lazarus, The Secret Life of Mother Mary, with Marguerite Mary Rigoglioso. I keep doing that. I take that name sometimes into my dream state and try to get it right. It flows off the tongue. And, of course, the extraordinary William Henry, joined by these two extraordinary scholars. In the first instance, award-winning author Marguerite Mary Rigoglioso, PhD, and the very brilliant William Henry, renowned investigative mythologist, author, and expert in sacred art and the mechanics of ascension, my favorite subject. And together they present a groundbreaking perspective on Mother Mary. Beyond her role as Jesus' mother, they unveil her as a revered priestess, enlightened spiritual leader, and adept practitioner whose impact transcends conventional beliefs. Now, in her groundbreaking book, The Secret Life of Mother Mary, Divine Feminine Power for Personal Healing and Planetary Awakening, Rigoglioso reveals the secret life of Mother Mary as a community leader, miracle worker, and spiritual practitioner. And she shows how nurturing a relationship with the world's most famous holy female icon can provide healing, empowerment, and the development of our own spiritual capabilities. So, Marguerite and William, very, very happy that you've joined us on Lazarus today. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you, Sasha, for having me.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
Well, you know, this is such an important subject. And, you know, I last night, I'm doing this tour in the UK at the moment, and last night I was on stage for over 4 hours doing my keynote, and the audience, to their credit, were pretty much rapt and didn't stone me, despite it being over 4 hours long. But much of the substance of my talk was keyed into feedback, Q&A, as you do with an audience. And the subject of the Eternal Mother and the need for the resurrection of the Eternal Mother is really the seminal emergent theme that I am seeing. I see it. Resurrection of the Ancestral Blood Song, I'm seeing that as being a seminal piece, the need for us, especially us whiteskins, to absolve the crimes of our forebears, in a sense, for the imperial hegemony and the Holocaust against the black skin, brown skin, red skin, yellow skin people. So there's that bit of atonement or absolution that we need to reckon with, psycho-civilizationally. But more important than that resurrection of the Ancestral Blood Song is this theme of the resurrection of the eternal mother. So what's that about? You guys are, in a sense, the alpha and omega point of that seminal emergent narrative, and that's the reason I'm very, very excited to have this particular conversation with you both. I'll start on Mother Mary's active role and powers. Margarita, in your book, you reveal that Mother Mary was a teacher to her community and to Jesus Christ himself. So can you just elaborate on this active role that she took throughout the course of her life?
Yes, so based on probably lost material, like the life of the Virgin, which has been attributed to Maximus and so forth. So I'm not just pulling this out of thin air, but I will say that added to that is the source known as the Holy Saint, Sri Kaleshwar, who left his body in 2012, but left us with a mass of information from ancient palm leaf manuscripts attesting to all of this, as well as his past life memory, that she was Jesus' not only creator with the Great Mother, but as you're saying, his teacher, his primary teacher, and the primary go-to that he would reflect on and pray to before he did any of his acts or healings and so forth. So that was a number one. And then following on that, she really was the first leader of what we would call the Christian enterprise, although, at that time it wasn't identified as such. And that meant she was the teacher to Mary Magdalene. She was the mentor and mother-in-law of Mary Magdalene. She was the teacher of Peter. She was the head, and Peter was the head of the men, and Mary Magdalene was the head of the women. And Peter butted heads with Mary Magdalene, but he was very, very respectful of Mother Mary. So she was the umbrella. She was that skirt, that we've seen in those paintings where everyone's held underneath. And all of these people, these acolytes, these apostles would go out throughout the year, and then they would come back to her at Easter time, tell her their troubles, tell her their successes, chat it over with her, and then go back out. So that's just a little snippet of what Mother Mary was up to in the time, before, during, and after the crucifixion and resurrection.
Right. So you also mentioned that she had other powers such as healing and performing exorcisms and so on. So why don't we hear more about these aspects of her life?
Yeah. And as we're filming this book is just about to come out on July 16, 2024, in which all these details are available.